Idi Amin declared, God is black. I agree with him. If a white man can have a white God, why can't a black man have a black God?
Who is God? Today we are not going to test food on the street. We are going to react on Sadhguru versus Zakir Naik about who is God. So without further ado, let's go straight to it. Don't forget to like this video, share and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel so that we can grow together. Peace. Let's go.
First question, I have a few questions to ask. Who is God? Brother asked the question, who is God? And this is the same question that was asked by the Christians to Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And he was, what should I answer? You can keep on speaking about God. Then the revelation came. Surah Ikhlas, chapter number 112, verse number 1 to 4. Kul huwallahu ahad. Say He is Allah one and only. Allahu samad. Allah the absolute and eternal. Lam yalid walam yulad. He begets not, nor is begotten. Walam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. There's nothing like him. This is a four-line definition of Almighty God given in the Quran. Any candidate you say is Almighty God, if that candidate fits in this four-line definition, we Muslims have got no objection in accepting that candidate as God. The first is Kul huwallahu ahad. Say it's Allah one and only. Number two, Allahu samad. Allah the absolute and eternal. Lam yalid walam yulad. He begets not, nor is he begotten. Walam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. There's nothing like him. This is a four-line definition of Almighty God. Whoever you worship and say is God, if he fits in this four-line definition, we Muslims have got no objection in accepting that person as God. Hope that.
There we go with Sadhguru now.
The soul is sacred for people. The body is filthy. How is it possible? Yes, that's what we've been doing, isn't it so? Saying God is sacred, creation is filthy. How is it possible? The very thought of God occurred to you only because you saw creation, isn't it? When you were born and you opened your eyes, you looked around, so much creation. Before you came here, so much has happened. Obviously, you did not create it. So you thought, there must be a creator. This is how you come to the creator, isn't it? The moment you thought there must be a creator, because you're in a human form, you thought it must be a big man. A small man like me cannot do all this. It must be a big man. Just 2 hands, how can it do so much creation? Must be 8 hands. Isn't it? Isn't it so? If you were a buffalo, you would be really thinking, God is a huge buffalo. Isn't it so? Yes or no? You go and ask a buffalo and see. A buffalo will insist, God is a huge buffalo. Maybe 4 horns.
I like this guy, it's so funny, man.
You heard of Idi Amin? The Uganda man? Idi Amin declared, God is black. I agree with him. If a white man can have a white God, why can't a black man have a black God?
Exactly.
But both those people are confused. We know God is brown. Because he visited us, you know. Some time ago, I was talking to a group of people in Nashville, in Tennessee, and I was telling them a joke. In the joke, I just referred to God as Him. Immediately a few ladies stood up. Do you believe God is a man? I knew where it's going. I said, see, I'm only telling you a joke. It doesn't matter. You said Him. Do you believe God is a man? They take the jokes very seriously. and women are arguing, God could be a woman. Such problems exist only in those cultures. In India, we have man god, we have woman god, we have cow god, we have monkey god, we have everything. Every kind, crawling one, creeping one, flying one.
Yo.
Because we foresaw all the problems of the future.
Yo, this question is tough. Who is the real
Man
God?
was the most powerful force on the planet. Man was naturally God. Now women are also gaining in their power, so women are questioning, why can't it be a woman? So tomorrow suppose dogs gain lot of power which they're gaining. So dogs will ask, why not a dog god? Actually the spelling also is close, you know. He seemed to be closer than you, isn't it? So your idea of God is just an exaggerated version of yourself, isn't it? Your idea of God is just an exaggerated version of yourself. See, you're still not able to define yourself, isn't it? Whatever definition you put on yourself is not correct. Any kind of definition you put on you, it is not enough to describe this one. When this small piece of creation is like this, the source of creation, how are you going to put a definition on it? You cannot define it.
Makes sense.
You cannot understand it. You can only dissolve into it. You can experience it. You can never know it. You can't make knowledge out of it. Whatever knowledge you have about God is just pure nonsense, cultural nonsense. Depending upon which kind of culture you are in, that kind of God you have, isn't it? It can only be experienced. Experience does not mean you can eat it or you can grasp it. No, you can experience only by dissolving in it. There is no other way. So, we are just looking for methods of dissolution so that we can experience something far bigger than ourselves.
Wow. Those two people have their point of view. But what I will say here is we have to live in the new society because we born and meet those concepts. There is God. Certain people say there is no God and whatever. There is much more explanation in different way. If you go to other society, you don't even know what you mean by there is no God, there is God, there is no God. Each one in this world here has different things, have a different way of living. So for me, I think like anyone have his point. Because when you listen to Sadhguru, yo, for me what I like about Sadhguru, he explained his concept in a funny way. So like it's nice, like it's nice. I hope you understand what I mean. Like you understand things and you're laughing, but like if you think about like it's like wow, seems like it's a bit true, huh? But the other guy also, Zakir, he also take the reference from the Quran and all, but it is what it is. Each one have his own version of the reality of God, and there is no God, there is God. So thank you to watch that video. Hope you can learn something from this video here. Don't forget to like this video, share and subscribe. Peace. See you in the next video. Bye.
Welcome to East Monarchist, the French boy.